Alright, you probably noticed the letters etched into the right-hand cornerstone on the front of this building. MCMXXXIX. This is not the same name of the building, rather is the date this construction was completed, 1939. The letters are Roman numerals, a numbering system invented by the Romans some 3,000 years ago. System is an easy one. Oh yeah, that looks pretty easy, huh? Okay, I'm gonna take a picture. Actually, to make this a little easier so I don't have to write it down. In Roman numerals, the number 3 is expressed as I. The number 6 or number 8 is expressed as VIII. Yeah, because that's 5 and then 6, 7, 8. The number 68 is LX. Okay, 10 plus or 50 plus 10. And then 8. So you'll need 5 and then 3. 168 is C. And then 50. And then 10, which is X. Okay, you know what? This isn't going to be too bad, I think. I think I can do this.
Let's see. Jeff said the envelope with the earliest date goes down in the front of each box.
Maybe I did it the wrong way. Oh, I did. Okay, so the top is supposed to be at the bottom. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So I did everything correctly. I just had it sorted the wrong way. I believe.
Now that they're all
there
sorted,
we go.
I can do some
Yep.
reading.
Dang it. Okay, well, let's see what we got to read. This one. The Bellefonte stars war takes. Philadelphia mobster dies in Leavenworth. Michael Mickey Malone died yesterday of liver failure in the federal penitentiary at Leavenworth, Kansas at the age of 52. Born in Newark, New Jersey, 1989, Malone owned and operated Philadelphia Duds and Suds, a chain of laundromats and dry cleaners that allowed him to disguise and disperse the money he made as a racketeer. Compared to the other gangsters, Malone kept a relatively low profile. His desire for privacy was enforced by 4 large dogs who never left his side, although he was rumored to be involved in everything from rum running to gold heists. He never spent a single night in jail until he was arrested in 1932 for tax evasion. Convicted for the following year and was sentenced to 8 years. He died 2 months just before he was scheduled to be released. Gangster nabbed at Moon Lake residence. Michael Malone arrested right at his luxurious Moon Lake property. Careful to keep Malone's dogs at bay. Agents from the Internal Services Department. Raid the log firm. Matching Malone as a henchman. Relieved by surprise. Wearing only an overcoat over his pajamas, he swept out the door and into a waiting car. Police have been wise to Malone's criminal activities. Time federal agents, blah blah blah, when it was determined that he would become through illegal activity means is taxable. Thugs like Malone pay for their crimes, make Malone's husband make us look like fools. He was quickly subdued. Okay, wait, did I do this one? No. The gangster about to become Moon Lake's newest resident. Rumors are flying thick and fast that all Mickey Malone and self-proclaimed captains of industries with far more ties to gamblers and smugglers than to legitimate businessmen. Building a house on the north shore of Moon Lake. Secrecy is shrouded. Project ever since. Construction began in October last year. Foreman and a locked gate blocked the driveway. Unauthorized persons and vehicles are summarily turned away. Day and night security guards patrol the heavily wooded lakefront. When asked if Mickey was indeed building a home on Moon Lake, Waldo Matthias, the agent Waldo Matthias, spearheading the Department of Justice investigation of Malone's activities, had only this to say: if he is, I suggest he live it up while he can, because the place we're going to be sending him to ain't on no beach, and he's going to be there in a real long time. Mr. Malone could not be reached for comment. So Waldo Matthias was the judge that sentenced him, maybe? Dragon ban is a drag for Pennsylvania treasure hunter. Emily Moon Lake Antiques. Based on the experience of Emily Griffin, owner of M's Emporium on Moon Lake in central Pennsylvania, for the 10 years she has been dragging a heavy net back and forth along the bottom of the lake, uncovering and bringing to the surface relics. I've dredged up everything from diamonds, tiaras, and skeleton keys to full bottles of French cognac, said Griffin. It just blows my mind what those people would drop back then and never bother going back for. She was referring to the wealthy guest of gangsters Mickey Malone, who built a home on the lake in 1925 and threw large, raucous parties almost every weekend. Because his guests would travel to and from house by boat, personal items were lost overboard with great frequency. Ban arose from the fact that the bottom of Moon Lake is composed of unusually fine sand. When disturbed, it clouds the water, sometimes for days, posing a threat to the aquatic plants and fish that otherwise thrive there. Park Ranger Jeff Akers, who oversees the state park surrounding the lake, initiated the ban. The eco-balance of Moon Lake is simply too delicate to ignore. Begs to differ. The whole thing just plumb ridiculous. She says, all of that stuff down there is doing right now. It's rustling, rotting away, polluting the water. She wants to get rich. Money won't get flushed down the toilet. Watch the Septics Roadshow. Okay. Is there anything else? I don't see anything else. Was I missing something? I think I looked at everything. Wait, what's that? Agent Waldo Matthias. Okay. So that's the guy who, got Mickey or whatever. So I didn't read anything that, seemed like it stood out to me too much.
You're back.
I finished putting all those envelopes in order.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Drew. And to show my gratitude, I've got something for you.
It doesn't involve Roman
Yeah,
numerals,
please,
does
God,
it?
no more.
No, it's an honorary Junior Park Ranger pin. I keep them
Wow.
on hand so I can give them out to children whom I see demonstrating respect for park rules and regulations. A little bit of positive reinforcement. Unfortunately, I don't get to give them out that often.
Oh, gee, thanks, Ranger Akers. Thanks for all your help.
Everything
That's
I
why
could have
I'm
hoped
here.
for. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna go look for some bug, maybe? Oh. Hello? Yes. Nice. Cool. Gotcha. Oh, that's a big boy. Oh, wait, what? Nothing. I don't think I checked under this one. Oh. Okay, fallen tree. There's a way that way. I don't know if there's anything over here. Nope. It's just that. Log, bluebird. Oh shoot, I think I went back. That's not what I wanted to do. Not finding any more bugs. Tree stump. Aldo Matthias. Guess that's it. I don't think there's anything else that I can check here. So I think that I can actually get more bugs at nighttime. I'm lost. This way. Okay, we have the fallen tree. No. Fallen tree. I went that way. Shoot. So I'm here, so I need to take the left. Log. Wait, not a left. Shoot. This way. There we go. Yay. Okay, I think I need to go to bed and do like nighttime stuff. And then I'll... I think sometimes you get like night bugs. If I remember correctly. Yes. There we go. So I can't. That one? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only need 2 more. These bad boys. Nothing under there. Oop. Wait, a log. Is there anything to look at over here? No. Come on, I only need 2 more. Wait, did I somehow... I don't know. So, where am I? I'm here. Okay. There we go. Yes, I think that's all of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Wait, so now... Oops, I think I went the wrong way. Maybe not. I don't know. Had to put my dog under her blanket. There we go. Oh, puppies. Ooh. What else do I need to do? I think that's it.
Nice Junior Park Ranger pin. You must really be on Akers' good side.
Any word from Tucker, what's his name? He hasn't been by to move that tree yet.
I'll give him another call. But like I said, the man marches to the beat of another drummer. A very slow drummer.
Guess I'll see you later.
Keep on trucking.
Wait, do
hey,
I
Nancy,
not...
how's the bait
There
finder
we
coming
go.
along?
Got him right here.
Well now, you done all right for a city gal. Here you go. Hope whatever you're hiding from won't catch you. How you holding up?
Guess I'll see you later.
Alrighty.
You betcha.
So now we can finish the pictures of the birds. What was it that I was looking for? Got a dozen pieces of bait. Asked Chef Akers if I found out any information on Vivian. Cemetery. Try during at the night. Lone arrested. Was an unlucky day. 0129. Well, that's. I wonder if that's a code for the basement. I'm gonna go try that number, I guess. See if it works. Wow. Okay. What was it again? 012932. Wait. 0 1 3 9. Was it 32? 3 2? Did I do wrong? 012932. Hmm. 0 1 2 9 3 2. Yes. Hello, little micey mice.
I bet those were deer mice.
Yeah. Let's just be careful about this. William Akers, 1933 to 1942.
Speakeasy.
Today, Mickey went to prison, but when they were walking him to the paddy wagon, he told me to take care of his dogs, and when the time came to do their tombstones like he told me, then he whispered to me to look under the Victoria in the speakeasy at Moon Lake. He said I'd find a map to gold he stole 2 years ago. Victorola? Then they shoved him into the wagon. That was poor... And that was that. Poor Mickey. Yeah, that was a guy who never spent one night in jail, supposed to spend 8 years in prison. He'll never make it. I think he wants me to have the gold because deep down he knows he's never coming home. Anyway, I looked under the Victorola and found the map. The problem is there's nothing on it except a bunch of lines and the words, "The dogs will lead the way." There's no X marking a spot or directions or nothing, but I need money bad. My wife and baby haven't had anything decent to eat in months, so I'm gonna pack them up and move to Moon Lake permanently so I can spend all my time looking for the gold. Mickey never told me outright that he was the guy who pulled off the hole in the floor gold heist. He always said that less I knew, the healthier I'd stay, but according to the papers, a bunch of gold was stolen off a moving train right under their noses of about a dozen Pinkertons. Mickey must have greased somebody's palm real good and got him to cut a hole in the floor of the boxcar. The gold was going to be shipped in. After the gold was loaded, one of the boys crawled under the train and pulled himself into the boxcar. Then when the train was moving, he dropped the gold down the hole into the tracks. Mickey's boys picked it up and got away clean. Nobody ever suspected Mickey was behind it. So what I'm looking for is 20 gold bars. The paper says altogether they weighed around 600 pounds. Wow. The question is, did Mickey hide them in one place or did he spread them around? He must have buried them, but where? I just thought of something. Maybe Mickey trained his dogs to go to the gold if you say the right word. I'm going to try to say gold to them tomorrow and see what happens. I've said every word I can, think of all of the dogs, but I haven't led me anywhere except around in circles. I spent the last month following them around. First Xander, then Vetus, then Lucy. I don't have to follow Iggy because all he does is sleep on the porch. So it looks like I'm gonna have to start digging. I'll dig under the porch first, seeing as that's where Iggy always is. A month ago, I started working as a handyman over in Lewiston to make ends meet, so even though I stopped by Mickey's every day to feed the dogs, I can only look for the gold at night. I dug all around under the porch but didn't find nothing. I marked the porch on the map with a big
Akers?
I.
Emily said Jeff Akers' father was named Joe. Maybe Jeff is related to William Akers after all.
Because that's the place he always leads me to. I was so busy digging last Tuesday night that I almost wasn't there when my son was born. We're calling him Joe. His big sister is real happy. She says baby Joe is just like the dolly she always wanted, but we can never afford to get her. Truth is, we can't really afford Joe. Neither. I keep writing to Mickey asking him to please tell me straight out where the gold is, but he never writes back. I'll just have to keep digging. Leavenworth Prison, Leavenworth 48, Kansas. Now I spend all my free time digging in the woods. I dig around everything that could be a landmark. Logs, rocks, trees, stumps, but I never find nothing. Plus I keep getting lost. The past looks so much alike, especially at night, that I must spend most of my time trying to figure out where I am. So last Sunday I memorized the way to the cemetery. It's left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left. Dang. He must have been in there a lot. Even though Mickey never allowed the dogs in the speakeasy or the tunnels, I've been looking there for the gold because I looked everywhere else I can think of and got nowhere. Last week I found out that Mickey changes the passcode to the spigots in the speakeasy. This got my hopes up because the way I figured it out, why would Mickey change the code without telling me unless he was hiding something? But then I finally figured out the new code. I didn't find nothing in the tunnel that opened up that wasn't there before. Why Mickey spent all that money on pictures of those dogs of his, I'll never understand. I give up. Mickey's dead, and so are all his dogs. I'll never find the gold. I got a good job offer over in Harrisburg, and I'm gonna take it. Little Joe and Sarah deserved a better life than they've gotten so far, and it's high time Callie got a nice house and a husband who doesn't spend all his time chasing after something he can't find. But I'm leaving this journal here because who knows, maybe someday I'll suddenly remember something Mickey said and it'll finally hit me where he hid the gold. Maybe I'll come back here and find it after all. But in the meantime, I got my family. They're what's important. They're treasure enough.
The dogs will lead the way. I wonder what that means.
Okay. So William Akers was actually do I have to like go all the way to the front to get out? I guess so. He was actually Jeff Akers' grandpa. That's what it sounded like. Oh shoot, I can't see shit. Hello? Oh, there we go. I was like, where's my flashlight? Oops, I want to go up. Okay. What else do we need to do? Oh yeah, we need to take pictures of the birds. Oh, this guy? Yes. Yellow. Okay. So then what else do I need? I never actually listened to this tape.
American goldfinch. Northern cardinal. Red-tailed hawk.
Oh, I need a red-tailed hawk. We haven't seen one of those.
Western tanager.
What do we do now? Maybe we go confront... what's his name?
Good news. I have information on your mystery woman.
You are incredible, Ranger Akers. What did you find out?
Her name these days is Vivian Whitmore. She lives in Las Vegas, and her number
Las
is
Vegas.
702-555-9137.
Sorry to bother you again, but did those results from the water test come in yet?
There's something here for you from the State Department of Health.
Okay. Yes. Do not drink or use the water from your well.
My gosh, not only is
High
the
levels
water
of
bad,
arsenic.
but it seems like the well may have been contaminated deliberately.
Ooh.
I wouldn't go jumping to conclusions without proof, Ms. Drew. I'm sure there's a far less melodramatic explanation.
Where's Yogi?
In the run out back.
Well, how do you
Even out of
suspect
sight, he's under
arsenic
my
would
full
get in a
control,
well?
as park rules require.
What can you tell me about the gold that Malone supposedly buried on his property?
As far as I know, it doesn't exist. It's just one of those rumors people want to believe, so they do.
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
Wait, I can't
Hello
ask
there.
him.
What
Oh,
do you
here
know
we go.
about a man named Joe Akers?
Why do you ask?
I understand he used to be the deputy here.
So?
Ooh, he does not like that we're talking about him.
According to Emily Griffin, Deputy Joe Akers was your father, and according to the journal I found, William Akers' son was named Joe. Another coincidence?
All right. William Akers was my grandfather.
Ah, I knew it.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
It's not exactly something I'm proud of. My father spent his whole life trying to make people forget what my grandfather was, and trying to make sure people who didn't know what he was never found out. I've been doing the same thing.
I don't think it's really that big of a deal anymore, though. He's dead. And everybody who knew him is dead or almost dead.
What did William Akers do after Malone was arrested?
I'm afraid you're going to have to excuse me, Miss Drew. In case you've forgotten, I'm a very busy man.
Dang,
I
okay.
apologize for my previous behavior.
Yeah, that's
As a
right.
park ranger, I strive to keep my personal feelings in check at all times, and that time I failed. It's my duty as a public servant to try to make it up to you. What would you like to know?
Did your grandfather ever find any gold on Malone's property?
If he did, he never spent it. He wasn't poor when he died, but he certainly wasn't rich.
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
So what? No gold. Okay. Anything else? Do we need to go to M's for anything? I don't think so. One. 555 9 3 7.
If you're selling something, hang up right now. I got an air horn in my hand that could deafen a dinosaur, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh, no, please. I'm not selling anything. Believe me. Is this Vivian Whitmore?
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You got exactly 5 seconds to state your business.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
Oh, right. The Moon Lake Park Ranger said you might call, but you have to talk fast. An old friend of mine is flying in today from Florida, and when I say old, I mean old, as in 5 years older than I am. Don't bother trying to do the math, sweet stuff, you'll hurt yourself. So, that ranger fella said you found an old picture of me.
It was of you and Mickey Malone. Do you remember him?
Of course I remember him. I remember everything about that time of my life. It was the roaring 20s, for crying out loud. One of the most exciting decades in American history. Just because I've got a few years on most people doesn't mean my brain's turned to tapioca, sweet stuff.
Tapioca.
Did you spend much time at his place on Moon Lake?
Moon Lake. Talk about your fond memories. I had a lot of fun there. Although I wasn't anywhere near as wild as most young people were back then. But I think Mickey kind of respected me for that. I was his gal for 5 years. He always kept birch beer on tap at that speakeasy of his just for me.
He always kept birch beer on tap. Aw, that's so cute.
I found a safe in the cellar there.
You must be talking about the wall safe. That was Willie. He was a guy who worked for Mickey.
Did all Malone's employees have their own safes?
Not hardly. Mickey treated most of his employees like dirt, but not Willie. He honestly liked Willie, trusted him. And when Willie decided he wanted his own safe, Mickey said, "What the hey?" No one knew the combination, not even Mickey. Mostly because Willie was constantly changing it. He was a little paranoid and superstitious. Well, as I recall, he picked the most unlucky number he could think of and used that for the combination. He called it a reverse jinx.
Oh, I already found that out.
Unlucky number? Like what?
Oh, like the date that something bad happened, like when the stock market crashed, or when somebody died, or the address of a house that caught fire, or the phone number of the police, that sort of thing.
What can you tell me about Malone's speakeasy?
It was in the basement, right there at Moon Lake. Feds never knew about it, but everybody who was anybody on the East Coast back then, actors, musicians, bankers, politicians, they knew. You weren't big time unless you'd made at least one trip to Moon Lake Mickey's.
That's weird. I'm staying in his old house on Moon Lake, and I haven't seen any sign of a speakeasy.
Course you haven't. You're not supposed to. Only Mickey and Willie knew how to get into the speakeasy from the house. The rest of us had to go in and out the regular way, through the cemetery.
The cemetery?
There was a lock hidden in one of the tombstones in that little cemetery behind the house. You needed a key to unlock it, and when you did, stairs would appear that led to the speakeasy.
A key? William, do
you have any idea how to get into
speakeasy?
Malone's speakeasy from the house?
I sure don't. That saloon was built using 2 main ingredients, concrete and secrecy. Mickey always bragged that nobody could get in unless he wanted them in, and I do believe he was right. But I'll tell you what, if you send me that picture of me and Mickey, I'll send you my key.
Okay.
The key to the tombstone? You still have it?
It's in the bottom of my jewelry box. I've come this close to throwing it out 100 times, but it's so small, and the memories it brings back are so big. Well, I just couldn't. As a joke, Mickey had a tombstone made with the name of this federal agent who had it out for him inscribed on it. That's the one the key unlocks.
William Akers, the guy you call Willie. He wrote about looking
With
for
the
the
name of the
gold that
federal
Malone had
agent,
supposedly
yeah.
buried on his property at Moon Lake. Do you know anything about that?
The hole in the floor gold heist. Well, I'll be darned.
That was the name Akers used, too. What else can you tell me?
Truth be told, when Mickey told me he was the one who pulled off that heist and that he'd buried 20 gold bars at Moon Lake, I didn't believe him. I thought he was making it up. See, Mickey and I were on the outs by then. I thought he was just trying to entice me to come back. But if he told Willie the same thing, maybe there's something to the story after all.
Do you have any idea where he might have hidden it?
Afraid not. Mickey was so secretive that the men who completed his house at Moon Lake were not only forbidden to talk about the work they'd done, but they were ordered to leave the state for good, or else. But you know, I think he mentioned a map. Yes. He said he was making a treasure map in that... the dogs. Something about those dogs of his.
Dogs
The
will lead
dogs
the way.
will lead the way?
He was always saying that. In fact, I'm pretty sure he had it engraved on his tombstone. Think, Bill, think. He said he was making a treasure map, and that he was also having paintings done of each dog. He made it sound like one thing had something to do with the other, like he was giving me some big important clue. But I just figured he was playing games, trying to lure me back with mystery and intrigue. I told him to buzz off. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Did he say what he was going to do with the paintings?
He said he was going to hang them in the speakeasy, and I'm sure that's precisely what he did.
Can you remember anything about Malone's dogs that might suggest where he hid the gold?
I stayed away from his dogs. They made me nervous, always jumping around, barking at this or that. The only one I
Iggy,
liked
probably.
was... what was his name? Iggy! I liked Iggy because he was nice and quiet.
Yeah.
He just lay on the porch all day and didn't make a peep.
It's been
Make
fun
a
talking to you.
I'll be suing you.
Okay. Huh.